Over 50% of Sacramento's homes for sale have had a price reduction recently, and this raises a question: what should you do if your home is not selling? In this video, I want to show you 5 things that you can do to get your home sold, and at the end, I'll even include a bonus one. First, as simple as it sounds, you gotta look at your competition. What homes are you competing with? How do they compare to yours? We recently had a situation where we had a listing in Folsom, which is right by El Dorado Hills. So when we showed the seller what properties their home was competing with, they had a hard time accepting that those other homes, which were less than a quarter mile away, should even be considered as comps. They were under the assumption that since it was a different zip code, those homes were not competing with their listing. However, the fact is that those El Dorado Hills listings were homes that the same buyers were looking at as well. I think most real estate agents know this. Sometimes when you work with out-of-area buyers, they want to see homes in more than just 2 zip codes, and then they compare and choose what they like more. These buyers, they're not loyal to some zip code or community, and this is very important to understand. The second thing, look at the sold comps, and I want to emphasize sold, not currently listed or pending. How is your home priced compared to recent sales of similar homes? And here, you have to be realistic and take out the emotional connection to your home. Just because you feel like your home is better does not mean that buyers will think the same. They're not emotionally connected to your home. I see a lot of overpriced homes right now, which is not a good position to be in, especially when more and more homes are hitting the market. So once the property has been listed for sale for, let's say, 2 or 3 months, it becomes stale listing and buyer activity just disappears. The next thing you want to do is talk to your realtor and ask them for buyers' feedback. And based on that, what is their recommended strategy moving forward? So if they don't want to change anything and keep telling you, just wait, well, maybe it's time to have a serious conversation. I know this because I've been there a lot before. A lot of realtors hesitate to tell the seller that they need to adjust the price. It's an uncomfortable conversation, but sometimes very necessary. And the sooner, the better. It makes it even harder when the original list price was recommended by the realtor and now they're admitting that they were off. But it happens, and sometimes it's impossible to predict what the market will do. In my experience, I have worked with some very tough sellers who would never budge. It was either their way or the highway. I mean, they were counting every dollar and wouldn't have any flexibility. But when you have a situation where your home isn't selling, you have to be more flexible. For example, in today's market, it may be better to offer buyers incentive than it is to drop the price. In some cases, contributing to their rate buy down can get them off the sidelines and your home sold. But if you're not flexible, you can lose time. And then even if you do eventually do a price reduction or want to offer buyer incentives, these buyers may have already moved on and bought from someone else. Okay, so this next one doesn't always work, but if you're not in a rush to sell, then this option may work for you. Basically, you would ask your realtor to temporarily take the home off the market. Here it helps when you have gathered some feedback and identified a few things that you can do to make your home more appealing, maybe repair a few things or create some curb appeal. Then at least 30 days later, you would have it listed again. However, this time, make sure you don't overprice it. I always recommend pricing more aggressively. It is better to list lower but get multiple offers than to list high and just sit around and wait for that perfect buyer to come along. Some of the most common reasons why buyers move on and do not want to write an offer, here are some reasons. Number 1, home is overpriced. Number 2, home lacks desired features. Number 3, not a good floor plan. Number 4, pictures were deceiving. Number 5, poorly built or bad quality finishes. Number 6, home needs a lot of work. And number 7, too many customizations and odd design. And sometimes these are the hardest to sell. So I wasn't going to add this part in this video, but I think I should. Because if you can do this before having your home on the market, well, then you wouldn't even need to watch a video about what to do if your home isn't selling, because it would already be sold. Okay, so here it is. I see a lot of sellers making this mistake. They make a decision to sell their home and then they call their realtor and say something like, I want my property listed on the market yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but you know what I mean. There's this rush to list the home, leaving no time for proper research and preparation. Very often, it's not just the seller, it's the realtor who also wants that home listed as soon as possible for their own reasons. But what I recommend doing for someone who decided to sell their home is not to rush and take the necessary time to prepare your home. This can mean a faster sale, less stress, and thousands of dollars more in your pocket. I've included a link to our seller's guide, which you can download completely free, and it will help you avoid making the most common mistakes that sellers make. And if you follow that guide, you're not going to have any issues selling your home. I hope you found this video valuable and worth your time. If you liked this video, here's another one for you to watch. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.